Okay, let's pop out now. We're going to skip finish and save that for the very end. I've already shown you how Smart Edit impacts what you'll be doing in the transitions, image processing, and titling windows. Let's go ahead over here to the audio menus, and there's two great new changes, brand new features and benefits afforded us in Smart Edit 5, and let me show those to you right now. If you're fluent and familiar with your audio record and edit window, you might have noticed a couple of minor changes down below. The developers have given us this button in an easier to access position, and this opens up the CD tray. So when you're bringing in your music off of your CD and bringing it right into your hard drive, which I've done right here, you see, by virtue of this button. And you're already familiar with that if you've been using Smart Edit 3 and 4. But the addition of the Open CD DVD Drive button here just puts it in a more convenient place. A really cool benefit is this button here, brand new to Casablanca via Smart Edit 5. And I just totally love this feature, what the developers gave us. They've given us the ability to take any number of audio samples from our hard drive and export them out to audio CD right from the Casablanca using your internal DVD drive. Now, if you're one of the folks that has one of the original Avio units that did not have the internal DVD drive, this particular feature is not available to you. We would be happy to talk with you if you were looking to upgrade your Avio to one of the newer models that does have the internal DVD drive. But again, for all the other folks that are working with the internal DVD drive, here's how that feature will work for you. On the left, you see all the audio samples available to you in that particular project. Okay? I can select one of these tracks. For example, maybe I brought talent into my studio. Maybe this is for an oral history project, a photo montage, and someone's grandmother or grandfather came into my studio and recorded some narration that went along with some of the photographs that we were videotaping for this particular family project. If I had that valuable narration sample and wanted to save it, I could very easily do that with this Smart Edit 5 feature. Simply by clicking on that particular track and adding it, you see it adds it to the selected samples. And this nice feature up here tells me I've only used 1 out of 72 available minutes. Okay? This is essentially how many minutes we can get on a standard audio CD. Now you can use a standard audio CD, what's called CD-R, CD-R, or you could use CD-RW. That capability gives you the benefit of recording your audio samples out, saving them, using them, distributing them, and you can come back later on and with the RW disc it will erase the contents and let you reuse the disc, adding more and more audio samples each time. Very simple and easy to use, as you can see, by simply taking a track, selecting that track, and adding it. Oh, but let's say I don't want that. Let's say I only want the narration clip this particular time. When I click OK, you can see that the system will ask me, I will be happy to do this for you, Chet. Simply insert a CD that's available to write on. And I pop a CD in the drive and click the disk tray closed, and it will begin writing the CD for us. Now again, some of the great ways to use this are if maybe you've gone through and over the years or over the weeks or over the months you've put in a ton of different audio tracks for all your different projects. Maybe you have some great music picked out for family videos and travel videos. Maybe you have some different music picked out for romance, for weddings. Maybe you have some entirely different music picked out for those up-tempo things like the sports videos and what have you. Well, this is a way you can select those audio samples and burn them all onto separate CDs and bring them back into your system. Particularly useful if you're doing clean installations, if you want to share your work with other producers or share them between different Casablanca stations. It's a great technique, and you can see how quickly that CD was created. And again, now I can eject that disc out, pop that out, and I have it available for me. I can throw it in my file cabinet and I have it safely archived for use at other times. Now if you're doing any kind of event videography, let me also show you why this is a really cool feature of Smart Edit 5. Perhaps you're already videotaping community events like dance recitals, performances, piano recitals, choir concerts, what have you. and you may already be offering DVDs or videotapes of the performances. You can increase your revenue stream, or if you're doing this for fun and not for profit, you can increase the output of your product and offer these same people audio CDs of these performances just with this same feature of Smart Edit 5. And here's how you would do it. Let me take you step by step. What I would do is I'd go back to my any one of the three effects windows, transitions, image processing, or titling, and you can see that I've got a finished project up here. And just to show you, I did go into audio mix and add a narration track and add some guitar tracks. Oh, and that's way too loud. Let's bring that narration down. We never want to see that red line up there because that could affect a successful DVD burn. So I'm going to come back over here to my effects tracks and clicking on the scene button, which is arguably the most powerful button in the Casablanca interface, and then with range selected, I'm going to scroll through, and what I'm doing is I'm telling the Casablanca, I want you to make a scene out of the entire storyboard, all the video scenes, all the effects, any titles, all the audio, and we have that whole thing in one clip. And you'll see as I scroll through that, that's the whole scene from start to finish, including the audio. Now selecting that, I could title that something different. Let's just call it Aquarium. And then I can come down here to the special button, and this is available on every Casablanca. One of my favorite buttons is sample, rather scene to sample. This takes a video scene and sends its audio track over to the audio menus. And so when I come over here and go to audio record and edit, you can see there's our scene, Aquarium, and it's the complete storyboard, 36:18. Now if this was your dance recital or your choir concert, again you would select that clip and come down to the new export audio feature and add that and burn the CD just like we did a few moments ago. Voila, you have a finished piece to provide to your audience. All right, continuing on, there's another really cool feature in Smart Edit 5 and that deals with audio, and this enables you to, I won't say quite automate, but it really almost automatically helps you create a really cool photo montage in a short period of time to just fully provide the impact that this affords us. Let me come over here, and I want to get rid of all these scenes in my storyboard. And remember, we have that feature by going into Project Settings. I'm going to delete just the storyboard. So I click OK because I want the scenes to be kept intact and I want my audio samples kept intact. So I'm not erasing them. I'm just deleting the contents of the storyboard. And again, how you see that? You see it's all clean, but all my footage down below is intact. And then I'm going to come into Audio Record and Edit. I'm going to select one of these songs. Nice up-tempo song. And by the way, this is one of the discs available through Music to Hughes, which is a royalty-free buyout music collection we offer. This is from the disc called Caribbean Dreams. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this song and I'm going to split it up into separate segments using the split button here in Audio Record and Edit. Now we already have this feature available, but there's a whole new capability added with this one button that the developers gave us. I could split this audio sample out just the way I always have in Smart Edit 3 and 4. But with this button selected, what's going to happen is as I click on Use while I'm listening to the audio sample, it'll break up the audio clips and send them over the storyboard and enable me to almost automatically add video. And let's take a look at that. First, let's split up this clip. So what I'm going to do is when I click playback, I'm going to hear the music. You're going to hear it along with me. And you may notice as I move the trackball down over Use, I'm going to left click on Use every time I want this audio piece to be split into a new segment.